Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is HowFast.
How's it going, guys?
Today, Derek and I have a special guest coming by HowFast headquarters.
Yeah.
A gentleman named Jamie Glover. And Jamie is, or was, a chassis builder for the McCall company back in the early 2000s, from what I understand. And he's going to come by and he's going to give us a little explanation about what we have here in front of us and maybe help us understand what it is we need to do here to the front end to make this thing drive straight.
Yeah. We keep talking about the suspension and whether or not the offset and this thing's meant to go left. So hopefully he can help us get it to the straight.
Yeah. And on top of that, Derek also brought us some really cool Fastenal swag from our favorite sponsor, Fastenal. Look at this Fastenal racing flag. We got some
racing flag. Yeah.
Some racing flags, and we also have a special guest joining us in HowFast HQ.
Yeah.
Ricky Steinhaus Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Ricky, why don't you say something? Ricky, you seems camera shy. You're frozen, Ricky. Okay, we'll come back to you in a little bit. Okay, Ricky. So yeah, we got some Fastenal swag. Yeah. We've got special guests in the house tonight. We've got all sorts. I'm not sure if you saw when he picked up the flag off of. Look at all that aluminum.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, baby.
Can you say drag wing?
Oh my gosh.
Floor pans.
I picked up a little bit of extra scrap material for my work stuff they weren't going to use, and I'm going to repurpose it for some nice aluminum floor pans and hopefully a really sick drag wing, but we'll see how
it turns out.
Yeah, we'll see how innovative Derek and I get on that. So Jamie should be by us pretty shortly, and when he gets here, we'll catch back up with you guys. All right, guys, so we're here with Jamie Grover. Sorry, I think I said Glover before when we were talking, but it's Grover. And Jamie used to work for the McCall company back in the early 2000s, and he used to do the jig work for the chassis, and we were just asking him what he can tell us about this car. So, Jamie, go ahead and tell us whatever you can, and we really appreciate it.
I'm thinking it's a 92 to 94 era cast car because of the way the window post is.
Okay.
On the newer cars, they went to a one-piece roof hoop, so it was basically bent on both sides of the front, and then a separate window post. Like this will be inch 3/4 095 DOM.
095, okay.
That's what we were looking at the cage specs, the HR cage specs. It's inch 3/4 095.
Yeah. Some are 1 inch and 5/8, like 120 wall, and but 1 3/4 095 is basically the standard for oval track. It'd be the main cage, basically the roof hoop, main hoop, and door bars. That's all standard 095. I started racing the late model. See, I ran the first late model I ran. I was trying to retire from racing because I was broke. But the first late model I ran was a cast car chassis. Probably not a different era. It was pretty old that a guy converted to a late model. That would have been probably 2007 or 8.
I wonder if, like,
was my first one.
Did you ever heard of Lance?
Lance Bastian, I ran a little bit of street stock against him.
Did you? Yeah. That's funny.
I think he ran a T-Bird in street stock.
Probably the other one. The other one.
Yeah. He had another T-Bird in his backyard too.
Yeah. I think we ran a few races together at street stock.
That's fine.
I started street stock in 03, I think it was. Something like that. I'm getting old. I worked at McCall's right out welding school. Would have been, I started there around 02 or 03. Worked there for 3 or 4 years doing the jig work.
Okay, another question for you. I'm thinking, I was telling Derek, I think that if I look down here, there is like a 2x4, what looks like it'd be about a 2x4 tube.
Yep.
Running a rail running up this way, and on this side we've got tubes and pipes, and and they're all triangulated.
Yep.
I want to remove these and put in another one of those on this side here, and then weld these. Just cut them where they are, and weld them right to it, and run it right to the back here to make the car more symmetrical for the way it's going to handle the torque from the engine, right? Because we're gonna smash this thing from nothing You know?
Yeah, see, the big thing in the newer, like late models, anything, to get a lot of the twist out, you'll see cars with the bar from like right in this corner down. But since you guys will have a seat, basically you could do something even from basically the center.
So here you're saying, like, it's already a problem that they're aware of at their horsepower range, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. We need to have something. So if I was, my thought is build in this and beef that whole side up, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe even put something between that to that bar here, right?
Yeah.
So what Jamie's saying right now is about where we are measuring off of the center of the cage. He was saying that's probably not a good idea with these because there is about a 1/2 inch tolerance in everything with these as they're built. So I knew when we were looking at this that I wasn't really concerned about where the center of the car was because we're going to put the engine wherever it wants to be, you know, and we're going to put the transmission and point it wherever it wants to go.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too worried. I think really what I was most concerned with was finding out whether this thing was like this.
Yeah.
You know, because for all we know, this car's been hit how many times?
Yeah.
I mean, it has a replaceable bumper. So that tells us something, right? When it's got a replaceable piece of steel. So how many times has it been hit and, you know, how many times has it been bent back? And it doesn't look terrible. I'm not going to lie for...
The front end of Mike's chair, this looks great.
Yeah? Mike, you didn't hear that. Mike, you didn't hear that.
Oh, I wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
Fix your damn hair.
It gets tough. Yeah, dodge ball joints too.
What'd you just say? Did you just say dodge ball joints?
Yeah.
So let me just make sure I understand. So we have a Camaro front clip, Camaro upper control arms. We have a Camaro lower control arm. We have a Crown Vic lower control arm. We have Dodge ball joints.
Supporting home big three. Yeah, they're.
Why don't we throw a 2J in it?
I was gonna say, like, gosh, we could put
Dodge 727s. And Oldsmobile spindles.
I'm sorry, say it again. Oldsmobile spindles.
Yeah, they got the bolt-on brake brackets.
This car's a mutt. Or is this how they all are? Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
They're all mutts. Yeah, I wanted to say we really appreciate you coming by and just sharing what you know about the car.
Yeah, no problem. Fun hanging out in race shops, eh, Foley?
How you guys do, eh?
Yeah, that's basically our life.
Trust me, man, it's an awesome childhood. Dude, like envious right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, we go to autograph sessions and he'll be going to car, hey, they're all like, hey, Cole. It's like, oh, most kids don't get that.
Yeah, man, you don't realize how lucky you are, man.
He's getting hats and stuff.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. I'm getting jealous.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming over. It's really nice meeting you guys. Cole, thanks for being so patient, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys around. We'll keep in touch, and I'm sure we'll see you guys out at the track.
Oh,
Eh?
yeah, for sure.
Okay. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
It was really informative.
Crazy informative, yeah. A lot more information than I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean...
I guess it's more, we didn't think there was that much of a difference in everything on the car, right?
I got, it's a Camaro front clip. It's got Camaro upper control arms. Oh, it's all Camaro parts.
Yeah.
Camaro parts. No, it's a 51, 52, 53.
It's one of those, I'm going to take every part home in my lunch pail every day, and a year later I'm going to have the car.
That's what I got.
I've got to work at all the big three that work.
Yeah.
We got Camaro front clip, Oldsmobile spindle, Dodge ball joint, Camaro lower control arm on this side, Crown Vic on that side.
Yeah. Wild.
And the car's a Thunderbird.
And the car's a Thunderbird. It has
So it has everything.
every build, you can't not love this car.
You don't love this guy. Yeah.
You love Dodges, you love Chevys, you love Fords.
Unless you're a Honda guy. And
We got something for that too.
yeah, we're working on that. Working on that.
It's really, I mean, every time, guys, we meet another great person who's just a wealth of knowledge to share with us,
Yeah.
something that they know. And, something that Jamie had said, which was interesting, was, you're going to find a lot of people who say a lot of weird things, and, you're going to look at it later and think, oh, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense. And you're going to end up doing it your own way. Yeah, we probably will. We're going to end up doing our own way, but you know, we still need to ask questions so that we can understand the choices that we want to make. And Jamie's been a big help for that.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of his way. I mean, he said he had to come this way anyway, but you know, just
Chatham's out of everybody's way.
Taking time out of his night. Obviously, he had his family with him, and they were doing something. But he decided to come by and give us a hand, and you know, it's super appreciated.
Yeah, very much. Yeah. So, guys, next week here, first things first, we're going to get ourselves some lower control arms from a Crown Vic from sometime from the late 80s to the early 2000s, so like mid-90s Crown Vic.
Wide year of...
a wide berth of years we can pick from. And we'll get some of those in here and we'll see if we can get this thing straightened up. In the meantime, start cutting up some of that aluminum,
and,
putting it in to the floor.
I'm going to get the hardware for the door bar ordered this week. So we got a couple ideas for that now. So
Things are going to get moving here.
Yeah, we got some work to do.
And in a couple weeks, we got a surprise for you guys, but we're not going to tell you about it just yet.
Not yet.
But you got to stay tuned. Make sure you stay tuned. So if you guys found today's episode interesting, make sure you hit the like button. If you guys want to get in touch with us, make sure you get in touch with us at our email, howfast10@gmail.com, or you can get us at our Instagram, how__fast. We really appreciate you guys watching, and catch up with us next time.
See you later, guys.